How was your weekend?
I messed up.
Okay.
I didn't have a picture with me.
Oh,
Oh, we're gonna start it here, right?
yeah, it's okay. We're just like pretending to talk. You can start it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Maybe your small talk.
So you did what with your friends? Awesome. Yes, please. Thank you. Oh, your hair is so pretty.
It's been a while since I got it done, but I feel like it doesn't look so well right now. Like I'm currently looking for a new spot.
Oh, awesome. Well, I'm a hairstylist. What's your Instagram? That one. Oh, awesome. Okay.
I don't know, like you are.
Perfect. I'll follow you and I'll send you a message. And I'd love to see you in the salon anytime. Yeah. Thank you. So I followed her, you know your DM, and then I screenshot it, and then I saved it for later in case I'm going to not message her right away. But today I'm going to be a rude friend and not talk to Joanna, and I'm going to go ahead and message her. And I have this script. So her name is Destiny. So this is my script in my phone. So I'm going to go, okay, Destiny. She works in my salon, by the way, but we're just like, so, writing you, and Noodle House. I'd love to see you when you're ready to get your hair done. Here's $20 to show you how to do it with me. Send it. Literally copy that. We say, and then I'm going to remove religious script. I'm going to send it. I already sent it to people because we'll know each other. Oh, the picture didn't send it. That's weird. Okay, so I'm going to copy the picture and go back and send the picture to. And then, let's say I didn't know her. So then I'm gonna go like follow her page and be like, oh, and I'm gonna comment on everything. I'm gonna like all of I liked them all. And then I'm gonna like and comment on a bunch of photos, and then I already sent her a DM and a friend. So now if this person is at work, then when they come back from work and they get home, they're legit just like gonna see 17 notifications from me, and then they're gonna open their message and come in. So awesome. So now that I followed her Instagram and then I sent her a message, I'm gonna go through and I'm going to like all of her posts or whatever ones I like. It doesn't have to be all 3 in a row. It can be like within your top 2 scrolls. I'm going to comment on a couple of them and then like say that, you know, she really is a waitress at the Thai Noodle House and not a hairstylist. She's going to get home from work after her shift. She's going to see like 8 notifications from me, and then she's going to click on my message. Here's the thing about this trick is I do this everywhere. And literally today, of all days that I record this video, one of my stylists said to me, oh my gosh, this girl came in over the weekend. She said you gave her your card a year ago, and she came into us this weekend. So I'm telling you, people will follow you from this, but you have to build your content and you have to build like what you're doing on your feed. So there's scrolls, and then maybe they have a stylist right now, but they thought you were really sweet and they started following you anyways. The minute their stylist moves out of town or has a baby, you're their first call. So I don't care how many people you do this to, your first year behind the chair, you should be doing this everywhere you go. If you work in any salon, even if you're at the front desk of a salon, you should be doing this. You should be doing it at your Starbucks, the dry cleaner, like anywhere, any bar. Listen, if I have a couple of drinks, I'm talking to everybody. And sometimes the people that work at my front desk, because I'm an owner, it's a little different. I have someone to message these people for me, but there's been several times I've been out drinking and I'm just like screenshotting all these profiles and then sending them to the person that works at my desk to DM all of them the next day with this offer and script. So it really works, but it takes a lot of time. to work. And I don't want you to give up after the first one just because you feel like you failed. It's never a failure. Everyone gets better. Maybe you stumble over your words one time. Don't worry about that. So this is Juliana, and she works at our front desk, and she's also helped to build the course, which is incredible. She's in all the graphics, so yay for her. But I want you to share your experience of doing this because you have done this and you've brought clients in as a front desk person. So tell me, how scary was it at first?
It is scary at first because, like, I'll be talking to, actually recently just went to Hobby Lobby and I was buying art supplies with my friend, and the cashier was like, oh, I love your hair, your hair's so pretty. And then it's like, I don't want to feel like I'm like being a walking advertisement, like make her feel any type of way. But I was thinking about our stylist, I'm a receptionist, and like our stylist actually is my hair, and that it's like such a relaxing experience. We have all these add-ons and stuff like that. And she was talking about how that seems so cool. She's asking me like where we're located, so she clearly seemed a little interested. It seems scary at first. It's like, like I don't know. I'm seeming like too much because it's just a random person. You don't want to be like talking their ear off, but people don't really care like that. Like you overthink. Like you really don't think that way.
Yeah, and I think people like compliments. So
Yeah.
my trick is to always start with a compliment.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how many people in elevators I talk to.
Yeah.
I don't deal with awkward silence very well. I can't just ride in an elevator without saying something to the person in there. I'm always talking to people. But I'm an extreme extrovert, and you're not so much of an extreme extrovert. But you also do this on Instagram where you just message random strangers, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about how awkward was that at first? Was it easier to message strangers on Instagram than it was to talk to people in person?
I think it's easier with strangers on Instagram just because you're not face to face to them directly in mid conversation with them, but it still is a little awkward just because it's like you also can't gauge how they feel about the message versus someone's in front of you, they're smiling or in a conversation, and you're like, okay, maybe I can look away and might as well talk about what I do versus just a random person. But now that I've done it so many times and I've had so many people reply and say, oh yes, I'm interested, I actually wanted to get my hair done, I just moved here, I want a balayage, something like that, it becomes like just routine. It doesn't even phase you.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So how many messages do you think that you sent to random strangers on Instagram so far?
Probably like
Okay, and how many have come in?
I think I've had like three,
I thought it was
four,
like five, but something like that.
It's, okay, yeah, I think we've had three like big colors, and then I think we had two haircuts.
A couple
That's
haircuts,
yeah.
So don't give up. Like
Mhm.
just because you do it once and it didn't work, that doesn't mean it's a failure. That just means that you have more to do. If you had 8 hours of point space on your day and you spent the day messaging 20 clients and one of them messaged back and you got a $4 service out of it, like that's worth your time. And you're not doing anything in that time anyways. I mean, you can create content too, like you want good content and you want content that's relatable to your clients. So you don't just want the backs of heads, you want interaction or like interviews or like you talking. And like when I look at your Instagram page, I need to know who you are, because if you use this practice out in the world, you want that server Destiny to look at your page and be like, oh my gosh, she loves skincare just like I do. Destiny loves skincare. So but like for me, I'm a dog mom, like, oh my gosh. And I actually, even funnier, I did this. I was on date night with my husband. We went to Resorts World. We went to the sushi spot there. The waitress, or the hostess at the front, super nice. I have food allergies and she was really caring for me. Sis was like really kind to me, told me that like I was safe to eat there with my allergies, made me feel good. Had the best dinner ever, and my husband and I had like a great date night. And on the way out, I noticed how pretty her hair was, and I didn't compliment her on the way in. So I stopped and I was like, "Thank you so much. Like I was able to eat with my food allergies. I felt really safe." And I was like, "Your hair's so pretty." And she's like, "Oh, I need to cut it." And I'm like, "Oh, perfect. Like I use this, right?" Her and I have literally been talking. That was like 2 months ago. We've been talking on Instagram for 2 months because I talk to everybody on there. Because we have pit bulls. So we bonded over our dogs because we're both pit bull moms. And like she posts hers and I'm like, oh, so cute. And I post mine and she's like, oh, so cute. And like, you know, she just lost her grandma and like I said something and she wants to come in and get her hair done. And she's still gonna come. But these relationships take time to build. It doesn't just happen overnight. So if community school taught you that you're going to be successful tomorrow, I'm sorry that they failed you. This takes a lot of work and dedication. So I hope that this session was really helpful to you. And this is a freebie for my course. So if you want to learn more about some of these practices, social media, what else do you think is cool in my course that you've learned because you've helped me work on it?
I would say, okay, well, I want to be an esthetician, so I know you did mention social media, but I don't really consider this that much of social media, like the Google and Yelp stuff.
Okay, the marketing.
The marketing, yes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like obviously that plays such a big role. Like you can be the best in the world, but if like no one knows you, it's like, what now?
Yeah.
So seeing stuff like that, because I never hear about stuff like that. I know some people do talk about social media, like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, but like I've never seen people go into depth with how to utilize Google and Yelp, and I feel like you've taught me a lot, even working with you about how to utilize those and how to promote yourself on there. So I really liked the marketing aspect.
Awesome. Yeah, and with the Google and Yelp session in my course, if you work in a commission salon, you can use these practices to help grow the whole team and help the owner. But if you work for yourself, then you can create your own page. But if you work in a salon, sometimes you can't get that address because it's already claimed by another business. So the suite salons are allowed to do it, but it can't really, it works depending on where you're at. But yeah, I mean, you can have your own like business within and create that, which is really cool. We also talk about like referrals and rebooks and how to upsell services and to do add-ons and like the whole consultation experience, as well as some services like foil placement, things like that. So if you love this and you want to know more, send us a text back because you got this probably through a text or email, and let us know. We'll be happy to set up a call with you.